Well, this certainly feels like the calm before the storm. 2 or 3 hours before kick-off, fans haven't quite started flooding in here yet. We'll hear from a couple of them, of course, before kick-off and after as usual. But I have been speaking to Uwe Rosler, former City player, German international as well, who does a lot of television for Norwegian TV in Germany. He was at the Dortmund versus Leipzig game at the weekend and was with Team Haaland. So check out the video on this channel of him telling us about that meeting. But I also asked him about this game against Atletico Madrid. What are his thoughts on the match, is what he said.
Atletico Madrid will be a long evening. They will make it very difficult for us, very well organized, defensive organized, but they're having also individual class. They can hurt us home or away. So for us, it's now business end of the season, and for everyone connected to Manchester City, we all should look forward for those games and not being fearful, just enjoy the moment and look forward. Atletico game will be about being patient, will be about also not running into counterattacks, have a good rest defense, and break them down and use the opportunities. You know, I think don't get frustrated with the tricks they have. They will show it's time wasting, diving, arguing. We need to be aware of that. We need to be focused on our game. I think the crowd also should not pay any attention to that. Should just support the team, and hopefully we can make the first step into the next round. I see us as a favorite by a small margin, also by not like 80-20. I would say 60-40 for us. I think Premier League has the advantage over the La Liga, in my opinion. We are the top team in the Premier League. Over 2 legs, the better team will go through, and I think we are the better team.
Well, that was former City striker Uwe Rosler. Here's another former City player, Joe Corrigan, goalkeeper, of course, back in the 60s and 70s, who has experience about playing against teams from Europe who perhaps know the darker arts better than some of the English teams do, is what he's got to say. So what are you thinking tonight? I mean, obviously they've got a reputation for doing all the dirty tricks under the sun, and you'll have seen that during your career.
They have, but skill will always overcome that. I know that we just got to compete with them, and just hopefully that the referee won't get involved in any of what's they're called the dark arts that they use. But they're a good team. Besides that, they're still a good team, and we need to be on our toes tonight. But I think if we play the way we know we can, I think we've got a great chance.
You'd have faced a team that plays this way during your days.
Yeah, Juventus, when they were exactly the same. But you just got to overcome it. It's the way they are, you know. But at the end of the day, in those days, Juventus was a great team. These are a great team. And if we do our job properly, don't give them any what you would call silly mistakes at the back, I think we've got a great chance.
What's a good first leg score?
Anything with no score as long as we score.
Watched Mallorca a couple of times with my City shirt on in freezing cold weather in December. Had a few funny looks, but no, I think it'll be tough tonight. They're well drilled, and the manager will be. Let's see the antics up and down on the line. Simeone. No, it's going to be tough, Ian. I think won't be that easy.
Everybody's expecting Atletico to do what they call the dark arts. Is that what you're expecting?
Yeah, well, I must be honest, I used to go and see some of the young lads playing, and they actually taught them how to dive and, you know, get fouls and fall over, and it was quite hard watching them, really. That's what they do. But listen, it's up to City to break them down. They're just hoping any chances we do get, we bury and we don't miss them. I know we score a lot, but we don't half miss a lot, and they could be vital tonight. But
Pep says they're a good quality team, these.
They are a good quality team, and you know they're hard to break down. They're not mugs. You know they're always round about the last 4 or something in this Champions League. Now to get through this is going to be a tough one, but let's say we're good enough. It's just we don't get any injuries. That's another one as well.
If City score the first goal, I think it could be 2 or 3. The longer it goes on, I think it could be more a draw then, maybe 1-1.
Are you worried about this game?
No. I'd either 2 legs.
Even though the second leg's over there?
No, I think City got enough over the 2 legs. They're a better team.
What's a good result tonight then?
2-0.
It's a very difficult match here in Manchester, but I think it's 60 per citizens and 40 per Atletico, I think.
A lot of people say that Atletico will just come and defend and waste time and all this. Is that the way your team plays?
It's only in the papers. No, Atletico plays his football, and I think all football are valid for win the game.
Do you think it matters that you've got the second leg at home, or
What then?
the second leg is in Madrid? So
Yeah.
you have home advantage. Does that make a difference, do you think?
I don't know. For me, I prefer that the match in Madrid is the definitely match and not the draw finish here in Manchester.
It's like an immovable object against an unstoppable force, isn't it? Big defence versus big attack. Everybody's saying Simeone will line up with 11 men on the goal line. We'll have to see if he does that. I think it'll be a cracking game and a close one. So low score. I'll probably go with 2-0 to City. 2-1 maybe.
They're going to put everybody behind the ball. That's what we're all expecting. And they don't have to get a goal because there's no away goals. Is that maybe a bad thing?
It could be. But then going away to them next, we need to get a big result, no matter if away goals counted or not. So we've been on the wrong end, haven't we, from a few decisions in previous years with away goals. So if it'll make the difference tonight, I don't know.
Pep's been asked if he's got his mind on the Liverpool game at the weekend. As a fan of you,
How can you not? The Liverpool game, the next Atletico game, the Liverpool game after that. It's a busy 2 weeks. All I can say is I'm thanking my Lord's prayers that we didn't get Liverpool in the draw, because I couldn't have managed 4 games against them.
if you don't recognise Janice from the old souvenir shop, still going strong. What are you thinking tonight? Excited?
Oh yes, very much so, very much so. We're going to win, no problem. Aren't we?
Yeah.
No problem.
Those who don't know, your dad was Stan Gibson, the old groundsman from Main Road. So you've
Bless
got
of
a
the
long
old,
heritage.
bless of the old.
Bless of the old. And you're the granddaughter.
I am indeed, yeah,
What's
absolutely.
it like to be part of City's heritage?
Well, to be honest with you, I can't go anywhere without somebody recognising my mum when it comes to City. I even got a text message the other day off a friend in London going, "Your granddad, Stan Gibson." So I'm very proud of what my family have done at City and for City, and what the City continue to do for them too.
What's your feeling tonight? Are you confident?
A bit more confident after the result of the weekend, yeah, absolutely. But it's going to be a difficult game. But hopefully home advantage will prevail.
And you're very confident.
Of course I am. And even the granddaughters think we're going to
Come on, City! I'm feeling very optimistic. I think we're up for it. Definitely, this is the one he wants to win. If he don't do it tonight, he'll do it over the 2 legs and game on. They brought enough supporters. It looks great. I believe they had to hold one of the layers out, but I can't see that with all them that are walking up there now.
What's a good score tonight?
Good score 3-0. 2 or 3-0, yeah. We don't want a goal against us, do we? I know they don't count that anymore like that away goals, but a win's a win. That's what we need to do. Easy as that.
Please welcome to the Holy Blues, the 2 teams, our visitors, Atletico Madrid. And please give a big blue welcome to the champions of England, our boys in blue, Manchester City!
I thought we were pedestrian in possession.
They had everyone behind the ball. I classed them as the Spanish Crystal Palace, trying to hit us on the break, didn't do it. Our last pass, poor, very poor. The killer pass we haven't got. Trying to use De Bruyne, as my mate said, to thread the ball through 20 players ain't going to happen. So we need to, I don't know what we have to do. We have to spread them a bit more wider, get Foden on, attack them, go for them through the middle. I think that's my.
I've just been sharing text with Uwe Rosler, who's watching it on TV in Spain, and he says 2 rows of 5. That's all it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And how do you get past that though? That's the question. What do you do? Pep Guardiola is the best manager in the world, isn't he? And he's struggling to get past them. You're asking me here. I don't know. What do you do?
You think a goal will come? You think a goal will come in this game?
Yeah. Even if it's 0-0, I'll be happy going back to their place and we'll still beat them. I think they're poor. They're a poor team, and we'll definitely do them. Over 2 legs, we'll do them. Definitely.
I'm from Sweden.
Sweden, right.
Yes.
Are you a lifelong City fan?
Yes, since the 70s.
Right.
Yeah, so I've been here quite a few times, but this is the first time since 2019, before the pandemic, so it was great for me to come here.
So it's a 1-0 win. Do you feel disappointed by that? Or?
Not disappointed. Of course, it's a win. A win is a win, but I hope to expect more.
The headlines have been made by Phil Foden, won't they, with a great pass through to Kevin De Bruyne?
Yes, that was great. And but on the other hand, I don't want to be too critical, but a little bit sloppy sometimes. The passes was not brilliant. But the score, the goal was fantastic. Again, Kevin De Bruyne.
You think City will win it over the 2 legs? Do you think they'll win over there?
Sorry?
Do you think City will complete the victory in Madrid?
I think it's a good foundation for that.
I have to say then to you in Swedish, tack.
Tack så mycket. Tack City. Vi kommer att vinna det här. Inga problem.
Yeah, I think it was expected. I think we knew how strong they were going to be defence. I said before the game I would take 0-0 or 1-0 because when you go across to to Madrid, they then got to come out. I don't think that suits their style of play, and hopefully we can get a bit of space behind. We can counter-attack and get 1 goal over there, and I think that will be the end of the game. So not bad.
We'll do it.
We'll do it, yes. But I could have done with two goals. But I'll accept 1.
Well, I spoke to you before the game. Has it worked out the way you thought it would?
Yeah, I think I said a 2-0, didn't I? A 2-1. So I was saying a close game, and it was really close. But yeah, I didn't expect them to put all 11 men behind the ball the whole match. But roll with your punches.
In terms of the sort of time wasting, there was no stoppage time at the end of the first half. There was 2 minutes at the start of the second. That suggests that they played the route to the rules.
Yeah, it did seem a bit odd. There seemed to be a lot of stoppages, and then for nothing to be added on, and then only 2 minutes in the second half when there was about 7 substitutions, I think, and then there was all the chaos with Grealish as well. 2 minutes didn't seem long enough, but at the end of the day, we're happy with the win, aren't we? So,
are you confident now that that's the platform to win it in the second leg?
Definitely. I think they found it difficult to come out. They had a couple of moments, but even Gundogan was catching up to the counter-attack, so yeah, I think we should be all right to get through to the semis, and then we'll worry about Chelsea or the other Madrid then.
How does that set this team up now for Sunday, the big one against Liverpool?
Completely different challenge, isn't it? But yeah, defensive, whereas Liverpool are going to be way more offensive. But yeah, I think it gives them confidence. If they can break down a team that's set up to completely stop them, then they can definitely take on Liverpool, who aren't completely set up like that.
I thought it was a really tactical game. I thought it was really frustrating in the first half. I thought we were just too defensive and paid too much respect. And as soon as he made the subs, I thought he changed the game. And Foden smashed it.
Absolutely. Do you think that's enough now to be confident of winning this tie?
No. No, I think we need to be a bit more aggressive. We need to get Grealish on the park so that he gets kicked to death, a couple of them sent off, and then we'll win.
Would you start with that team now against Liverpool then?
Yes.
The team that finished
the
game, I mean.
Absolutely, 100%. Get on it. Go on.
do you think?
Pretty much same. I mean, I wouldn't start with the same team. I'd probably go more defensive. So I keep Gundogan on instead of Grealish, personally. And then maybe second half bring Grealish on for the more attacking play if it's still close. But
how are you feeling ahead of the Liverpool game now?
Bit shaky. Hope players get enough rest, 5 days, before the next game. But pretty positive. But Liverpool been going well actually, in good form. So it's going to be a good game.
Well, that's the first of the 4 big games over with. Of course, that's a 2-legged tie. So now the next 3, Liverpool in the Premier League, Atletico Madrid in Madrid, and then Liverpool at Wembley in the FA Cup semi-final are all sudden death games, really, aren't they? Since you've got a 1-goal advantage to take to Madrid, of course, I'll be out there giving you a flavour of what it's all like. So I hope you'll watch the vlog for that. You saw Uwe Rosler on this video a little earlier on. If you missed his views on Erling Haaland, have a look at it on this channel, listen to the audio version, which is an hour long on the podcast. And of course, thanks very much to MusicMagpie, to RRG Group, and for their support in terms of what they do today. Timpson, I forgot to mention as well, so thanks very much to them and to everybody who's contributed. So City have got the first game out of the way. Mixed views there in the reaction afterwards, but they do it all again at the weekend. So have a great week, and remember one thing. If you only remember one thing, remember this: it's great to be a Blue.